Hi everyone, so in today's video I'm going to be giving you guys an updated tutorial on how I make my frontal wigs. I haven't done a video like this in a while, so I thought I would just do one. So this hair was sent to me by a company called Maxtress Hair on AliExpress, and they were kind enough to send me a 20-inch frontal, a 22, a 24 and two 26s, and that is what I've got today. So the first thing that I've done is I've just pinned down my frontal, and this step is really important because you want to make sure that the frontal lays down flat. So once you've pinned both sides down, just pin the hair forward so that you can see where you're sewing, because it can get a bit messy, especially with curly hair. Now, one thing I've realised is that a lot of people focus on getting the front of the frontal to look flat on the wig head, but as long as the back of the frontal is sewed down flat and securely, the front will lay really nicely on your head when you actually wear it. So don't be too concerned with that. Just make sure you sew the perimeter of the frontal really nice and securely onto your wig cap. So the way I like to sew is I just put the needle through and then I wrap the thread around. I usually do it once or twice just to ensure that, you know, it is really secure and is done very well. I am going to do like a proper close-up as to how I sew in a moment, but for now, hopefully you guys can see. So once you have sewed down the frontal, it should look like this, very secure and very flat. So now we're going to just get on to sewing the bundles. I have already started, but I'm going to just show you guys what I do. So I'm going to start sewing the tracks from one end of the frontal to the other. That's how I do it now. I don't just do it from the back like I used to. I do it from one side of the clothes to the other because I find that you can make the wig quicker and it actually does lay flatter when you do it this way. So I'm literally just going to sew it, and I've pinned down the other side just to make it easier for me to sew the hair so I don't have to hold it with my other hand, and I'm going to just pin it round all the way to the other side of the frontal so that I can finish off sewing. So this is a very tedious and long process. You literally just do the same thing throughout. So as you can see, I'm putting the needle through and then I'm wrapping the thread around the needle once or twice, pulling to make sure it's secure, and then doing the same thing over again. So that's literally it, guys. It is very simple. I am going to still show you how I do the rest, but this is in essence the basics of how I sew down my wefts to my wig cap. So now I've finished that side, I literally just folded over the track and I started again. I'm going from the left side all the way to the right side, and I'm going to just keep going. So I'm not really sewing very neatly. A lot of times when I make my wigs, I'm usually a lot more careful than this, but because this is curly hair, it doesn't have to lay as flat, so I don't mind it being a tiny bit bumpy. But when I make my wigs for clients, or I make a wig for myself that is with straight or body wave hair, I always make sure that I take my time to ensure that the tracks are laid perfectly, so there's no like gaps or lumps or bumps or anything like that. So here's a close-up again of me showing you guys how I sew. So I just put the needle through, wrap around once or twice and pull, and that is literally it. So this is just to give you guys a clearer picture of how I do it. So as I said before, this is some loose wave hair from a company called Maxtress Hair, and this hair is so gorgeous, guys. I've literally been living in it for the past however many weeks. I love this hair so much, and I'm not really the biggest fan of curly hair normally, but this hair has been really easy to maintain, and I feel like it looks really effortless, and it literally styles itself, so I don't really have to do too much to it. So I've been really loving this hair, and I will make sure that I put all the links down below so you can have a look at the company yourself. So this is the finished wig, and this is what it looks like. I've done it all the way to the top of the frontal, and this is how the hair looks. So it looks really big and crazy because it hasn't been styled yet, but this is how it looked after I'd washed and styled it. So the hair is super gorgeous. You can really see the curl pattern, and of course I've got my signature middle part right now, and I just love it. I think it looks so nice, guys, and this hair again is super lovely. It's very thick and full. It is extremely low maintenance, and it literally looks after itself, and I know you guys will love it. So if you guys wanted me to do an in-depth review on this hair, please leave me a comment down below and a thumbs up, and I'll get around to doing doing that for you. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you all in my next one.